Hello, and welcome to episode 79 of WrestleRotica, the podcast that combines wrestling with erotica. This week we have 3 stories to share with you. The first story is entitled, Bayley Has a Foxy Night. In this story, Bayley is upset because her boyfriend has just left her for a sorority member. Alicia Fox decides to reach out to this NXT diva and comfort her by taking her out for the night. The second story is entitled, Battle of the Booty, Naomi x Alexa. In this story, it is the night of the first ever SmackDown pay-per-view Backlash. Carmella decides to tease Alexa, but Alexa doesn't back off at all. Naomi sees this and is quite impressed with Alexa's attitude, and offers to help her warm up for the match. The third and final story this week is entitled, Lace and Leather. In this story, bad boy Randy Orton is looking for new leather jackets at a biker shop when he encounters a badass biker babe named Rosie, who he can't refuse. Without further ado, let's get to this week's stories. This story is entitled, Bayley Has a Foxy Night, and it was written by WildFA.com user Justin. It was the night of an NXT show, and Alicia Fox decided to go check it out. It was a great show, and Alicia had a great time watching and talking with NXT superstars and divas. The show was over, and Alicia was about to leave to meet up with some of the WWE divas when she noticed NXT diva Bayley crying in the stairwell. Alicia couldn't ignore it and decided to approach her. Alicia: Hey! What's wrong, girl? Bayley: It's nothing. I'm fine. Alicia: You sure? 'Cause you don't seem fine. Bayley: Okay. No, I'm not. Alicia: What's going on? Bayley: I was dating this guy for a few months now, and yesterday, he dumped me for some sorority girl. Alicia: What a jerk! Look, I'm about to meet up with some of the girls. Would you like to come? Bayley: I don't know if I could. Alicia: You're coming with me, so go take a shower and put something nice on. Bayley: Okay, be right back. Alicia: I'll be right here, sweetie. About 10 minutes later, Bayley came out, and the two divas left. 30 minutes later, Alicia and Bayley met up with WWE divas Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Natalya, Eva Marie, and Rosa Mendez at a Florida nightclub. Bayley kind of felt out of place, being among the divas from the main roster, but Alicia took her by the hand and told her if anybody had a problem, they gotta deal with me. But all the divas were nice to Bayley. Aww. At one point, Brie took Bayley onto the dance floor. The two danced for 20 minutes, while Alicia was telling the rest of the divas how bad she felt when she saw Bayley crying all by herself. After 2 hours at the club, most of the divas have already left. The only 3 still there was Alicia, Bayley, and Rosa. Before leaving, Alicia asked if Rosa wanted a ride, but Rosa was meeting a guy at the club. Alicia: So, you want me to drop you at home? Or would you like to come back to my place and hang some more? Bayley: Sure, I'd like to hang out. About 10 minutes later, they arrived at Alicia's home. Alicia: Make yourself at home. Bayley sat on the couch, amazed by Alicia's house. Bayley: Thanks for taking me out and being so nice to me. Alicia: No problem, sweet cheeks. It was fun, and you really needed it. Bayley: Sweet cheeks? Alicia: Yeah, you got a nice ass. so your nickname will be Sweet Cheeks. Bailey blushed after Alicia's comments about her bottom. Alicia sat next to Bailey on the couch. Bailey asked Alicia if she could have a hug. Alicia said, "Yeah," and hugged Bailey. It's been a few weeks since Foxy got some, and she was really horny. All she could think of was Bailey's nice rookie ass. After the hug, Alicia told Bailey she should stay the night. Bailey quickly said yes, and couldn't believe she was becoming friends with Alicia Fox. Bailey, "So, what do you want to do?" Alicia, "Looks like nothing is on TV. But I got an idea." Alicia leans over and kisses Bailey. At first, Bailey was stunned and couldn't believe Alicia kissed her. She thought Alicia was pretty, but never thought of being with another woman before. But she did like it, so she kissed Alicia back. The two sat there making out until Alicia suggested they go upstairs, and Bailey nodded. Alicia and Bailey took off their clothes. Bailey couldn't stop staring at Alicia's boobs. Alicia laid Bailey on the bed and started kissing her neck, while grabbing her boobs. Bailey was so turned on she grabbed Alicia's face, and kissed her with an aggression that surprised Alicia. Alicia then flipped Bailey over to show her dominance over the NXT diva. Alicia firmly planted her hands on Bailey's ass, which she had been looking at all night. Bailey moaned at the touch of Alicia.
Oh!
And begged her to fuck her. Alicia, "That's right, beg me! I want to hear you beg!" Bailey, "Please fuck me!" "All in good time, Sweet Cheeks," Alicia said as she started to lick Bailey's fresh, young pussy. Bailey, "Oh! Oh! My!" Alicia started to finger Bailey's pussy, as well as Bailey started rubbing her nipples, and moaning very loud at the touch of Alicia's tongue. Alicia got up and got in a 69 position. Alicia, "Yeah! Lick my pussy, rookie! You like the way I taste?" Bailey, "Yes! Oh!" After both divas got warmed up, Alicia got up and walked to her closet. She took out a duffel bag, then reached in, and pulled out a 10-inch strap-on. Bailey's eyes widened when seeing the size of the strap-on. Alicia, "You're not a virgin, are you?" Bailey, "No, but I've never seen one that big." Alicia, "How many guys have you been with?" Bailey, "Only 2. Alicia, "Any woman?" Bailey, "Not until tonight." Alicia, "Okay, I'll be gentle, babe." Bailey, "Promise?" Alicia, "I promise." Alicia got Bailey on all fours and started to stick her strap-on in very slowly. Bailey, "Oh, that feels good." Alicia started to speed up and pound Bailey's pussy while watching her pretty ass crash into her waist. Alicia then pulled Bailey's ponytail and started hammering her pussy. Bailey, "Oh my goodness!" Bailey was loving it. She instantly couldn't get enough as she started yelling, "Oh, fuck me, Foxy! Fuck me!" Alicia started spanking Bailey's ass, while driving her strap-on deeper and deeper into Bailey's pussy. Alicia, "You like this, bitch!" Bailey, "Oh, yes!" Alicia pulled out and ordered Bailey to suck her juices off it. Bailey quickly turned around and started sucking, taking it pretty deep as well. Alicia, "Damn! If this is how you suck dick, I don't know how any guy would dump you." Alicia was very impressed with Bailey's cocksucking skills. Alicia, "Have you ever done anal, Sweet Cheeks?" Bailey, "No, but I always wanted to try it." Alicia was shocked that Bailey was so eager to try it. Bailey got off the bed and Alicia bent Bailey over the bed with her face down. Alicia, "It's going in, baby." Bailey squeezed her eyes as the 10-inch dildo entered her ass. Alicia was in pure ecstasy just by fucking Bayley's ass. Bayley. Oh! Damn, it hurts! Alicia. It will feel better. Trust me. Alicia started to pick up the pace, ramming Bayley in the ass. Bayley. Oh! Fuck me! Alicia kept thrusting that dildo into Bayley's ass. Bayley. I'm gonna come, Foxy! After Bayley came, Alicia laid on the bed, and Bayley jumped on top of her, sucking on her tits and rubbing Foxy's pussy. Alicia. I want you to come fuck me now, babe! Bayley put on the strap-on and licked Alicia's pussy, although Alicia was very wet already. Bayley wanted to hump Alicia. It was the first time ever using a strap-on. Alicia. Oh! Yes! 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 Keep fucking my pussy, Bayley! Bayley leaned down to suck on Alicia's boobs, but Alicia grabbed her and kissed her, then put her finger in Bayley's mouth. Bayley was sucking on Alicia's fingers while fucking her pussy so good it made Alicia squirt. Alicia. That was amazing, Bayley! You're a little freak! The two lay naked together in Bayley's bed. Alicia. Did you have fun tonight, Bayley? Bayley. This was one of the best nights ever! Alicia. I hope we can do this again, sweet cheeks. Bayley. Hey, just give me a ring when you want me again. The two divas fell asleep together. The end. This story is entitled Battle of the Booty. Booty! Naomi x Alexa. And it was written by nude WWE Divas member, Mr. Firebug. It's September 11th, mere hours away from the launch of SmackDown Live's first pay-per-view, Backlash, and the Women's Six-Pack Challenge to determine the first ever SmackDown Women's Champion. Alexa is in the female locker room, in some tight black yoga pants, black Converse trainers, and a pink training bra, covered by a WWE black hoodie. She looks around to see Carmella doing some push-ups on the floor.
We'll now begin the push-up section. Ready? Begin. Down. Up. 1. Down. Up. 2. Down.
Alexa scoffs. Don't know why you put so much effort in. You're just going to end up losing. Carmella doesn't respond. The only sound coming from her lips are the excess of short, sudden breaths with each ascension of her push-ups. Alexa's face scrunches up with anger as she gets ignored. She walks in front of her, so Carmella's face is inches away from her shoes. Alexa, angrily. Keep ignoring me, bitch, and just see what happens. Carmella halts mid-push-up, smacks her lips together, and slowly rises to her feet. Carmella, now looking down at Alexa with a smirk, slightly nods her head and turns, walking away from Alexa. As she goes to exit, she sees Naomi standing there, cross-armed with a confused face looking at Alexa. Carmella just giggles and leaves, raising her hand as she walks out of the locker room. Naomi, snarky. Damn, girl! You got some huge ego on you. It's funny, because you're so small. Alexa, annoyed. You best back off, Naomi. Alexa squares up to Naomi, staring into her eyes, with a somewhat cute, angry face on, and her hand on her hips. Naomi, You're so adorable like that. Looks over at Alexa. I take that back. You're not all small. Damn! Alexa gasps as she knows what Naomi is talking about. She cups her own ass and blushes, backing off slightly as Naomi starts to laugh. Naomi, now, how about some pre-match warm-ups? And I'm not taking no for an answer. You're not leaving this room till you munch on my cookie.
Is it cookie?
No, it is not a cookie.
Bye-bye.
Alexa's face turns beetroot at the request. Unable to respond, she just stands still, looking at Naomi with a blank expression, not knowing what to do, hand still on her own ass. Naomi, still giggling, slowly approaches her and rests a hand on her shoulder. Naomi, don't worry. Do a good enough job, I might return the favor. Only because I love me some juicy white ass. As Naomi says that, her hand drifts down Alexa's arm, through her hip, and glides down her thick behind, and gives it a gentle squeeze. Alexa is taken back, as she's never been with a woman before. Scared to say no, but also scared to admit she's turned on by Naomi's bluntness. Alexa closes her eyes and composes herself, trying not to seem like a blubbering idiot. Alexa, fake confidence! What makes you think I want to do that? Naomi simply grins and closes the gap between them, their hips touching. Naomi's hand, still on her ass, begins to stroke it. Naomi, gleeful with an evil grin. Because! You haven't moved my hand. Seems like I've found your weakness. Alexa's pussy quivers at the touch. She gulps and stands still, letting Naomi's eyes explore her small, petite body. Naomi edges in closer, leaning down, their lips getting closer. Alexa makes a cute noise that elicits a smile from Naomi as they start to kiss. Alexa's eyes remain open and goosed in surprise as the big booty beauty thrusts her tongue into her mouth. Naomi's hand gropes harder, making Alexa squeals in surprise as they start to walk in unison to the showers. Alexa starts to gain confidence and starts to kiss deeper back, making it a battle in their mouths. She spanks Naomi hard and feels it jiggle in her hand. Naomi moans hard, knowing it's her weakness as well. They enter one of the shower cubicles, and Alexa is immediately pinned up against the wall. Alexa, pleasurable. Fuck! Grins evilly. I've never been with a woman before! Naomi grins and slips her hand into Alexa's yoga pants, and instantly runs her finger up and down Alexa's ass crack, rubbing over her asshole. Naomi, happy. You're in for a treat!
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care, I'll pull down your underwear.
Naomi nods down and motions towards her crotch. Alexa starts to slowly kneel, maintaining eye contact with her, her massive eyes looking cute, as she slowly, and with inexperience, edges her head forward, towards Naomi's leggings-covered pussy. Naomi, you'd be happy to know that I went without panties today. Wiggles hips. Alexa looks up once more before planting a little kiss right where the clit is. Naomi flinches and winces at the touch before impatiently grabbing the back of Alexa's head and pushing her face in deeper. Naomi starts to hump and grind on Alexa's face while moaning loudly. Naomi, ecstasy. Oh, baby! Fuck yeah! Stick your tongue out! Alexa obliges and sticks her tongue out, eventually lapping her crotch like a cat with milk. Naomi throws her head back, moaning. Alexa starts to get more and more enthusiastic, holding Naomi's hips and actively pushing her own face in to get deeper. She finally realizes that she's in love with the taste of cunt, or at least Naomi's.
Oh yeah!
Her mind races. She starts to think what her tits taste like, and her ass. By God, did Alexa want to taste her first asshole? Alexa pulls her face away and smirks up at Naomi. She reaches out and tugs on her leggings, pulling them down, revealing Naomi's landing strip. Alexa smiles and turns Naomi around, face to face with her gigantic ass. Naomi, surprised. Didn't know you were this dirty, Alexa. Slowly twerks ass. Alexa, seductive. Oh! You know nothing if you think this is dirty. That sends a shiver down Naomi's spine, knowing that Alexa is super freaky in the bedroom. But her train of thought is cut off as she feels Alexa thick tongue wipe over her asshole, sending her into euphoria. Her knees almost buckle, but she sits back onto Alexa's face, allowing her to get deeper. Alexa starts to lick more furiously. She reaches around and starts to rapidly rub Naomi's cunt, causing it to get soaked. Naomi, fuck, baby! Don't stop! Panting. Alexa doesn't plan to. She's sent over the moon by how she loves the taste of ass. With one hand rubbing Naomi, she sends her other into her own yoga pants and teases her smooth pussy. Naomi holds Alexa's hand in place and starts to hump her hand, while grinding her ass over Alexa's tongue. Her eyes go to the back of her hand as she's reaching climax, humping faster and faster. Alexa panting like a dog. Naomi, fuck! Coming. Naomi squirts all over Alexa's hand as her asshole constricts around Alexa's tongue. Her knees trembling as she finally collapses to the floor, next to the kneeling Alexa. Alexa, how was that for a first time? Triumphant. Naomi giggles. Holy shit, yes! Alexa ducks her head down between Naomi's legs and laps up her juices, covering her face in cum. Alexa, my turn now! Smirks.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Naomi laughs. Yeah! Okay then. Naomi stands and pulls her leggings back up and starts to walk off. Alexa, where the fuck you going? Naomi doesn't respond. She just heads towards the door, leaving Alexa sweaty and covered in cum in the shower cubicle. The end. This story is entitled Lace and Leather, and it was written by Literotica.com user Just Boy Crazy. Rosie is a young woman who works at a biker apparel shop called Biker Apparel, which was next door to a Harley Davidson shop. She loves her job, gives her a rush whether it's the sound of motorcycles running or the scent of freshly shipped new leather jackets that come in the shop by way of the mail. She even sets up displays for perfume, cologne, and lip balm. She wears 3 hats at the shop: cashier, manager, and associate. She gets excited when she works around motorcycles and leather clothing. Rosie not only loves her job at the shop, she also gets inspired by creating sketches of leather lingerie and sexy clothes for women. She wants to be a lingerie designer one day, so she can design sexy lingerie for biker chicks and biker babes at heart.
I have a dream.
Early one afternoon, Rosie had set up a front window display for this perfume called Biker Mama, which smelled of leather and roses. She then heard a sound of a motorcycle entering the parking lot of the shop. As soon as she finished setting up the display, she stood by the door waiting for someone to come into the shop. As the footsteps grew closer to the building, there came in a tall, well-built man wearing a slightly torn black leather jacket, dark blue V-neck t-shirt, dark stonewashed jeans, and black sneakers. She said to him, "Welcome to Biker Apparel. My name's Rosie. How may I help you today?" "I'm looking for a new leather jacket to wear. As you can see, mine has some wear and tear," the man said with his deep, smooth voice as he took off his sunglasses. He had the most stunning set of blue eyes she had ever seen. "We have a great, massive selection of leather jackets in different styles, colors, lengths, and designers," Rosie said as she showed him to the men's leather apparel section. "I'll be up front if you need me," Rosie said to him as she walked up the front register. As Rosie worked and walked around the store, the guy she had helped walked out of the changing room with an armful of leather jackets, 3 black ones and 2 brown ones. Without her knowing, the guy briefly peeked at the top lace part of her bra, slightly showing through her button-down blouse. He also noticed a peek of her thighs, courtesy of her knee-length black leather pencil skirt. Rosie then said to the guy, "Find everything to your liking?" The guy looked at her with a grin and said, "Yes, I did. Love the selection and everything." "That's good to hear," Rosie replied as she briefly looked into his eyes. With Rosie's head down, the tall guy gently pushed her hair to the side and took a smell of her intoxicating perfume. "What's this heavenly scent that you're wearing?" he asked her as she felt his warm breath on her neck and ear, which made Rosie shiver a little. "It's this new perfume called Biker Mama, which is on sale here and have on display," Rosie replied. "It smells so good on you, especially with the scent of roses, which made me think of your name, Rosie," he said to her. Rosie looked up at him and said, "Why, thank you. Speaking of names, I didn't get yours when you first walked into the store. Forgive my manners. My name's Randy."
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me,
he said as he looked into her eyes and smiled at her. He then walked up to her and got a very good look at Rosie's body. He looked at the sliver of lace that decorated her chest. "For a girl who works at a biker shop, you're very, very pretty."
What?
Randy said. "Thanks. I also noticed you were looking at my chest. It's because I'm wearing a bra with lace. But it's no ordinary lace bra," Rosie said, smiling at Randy. She stood back an inch as she unbuttoned another button, giving Randy a look at the bra she was wearing. The bra was made of black leather, with underwire to give her chest a lift, and it had lace on top. With her shorter length, dark brown hair and beach waves, Rosie looked like she could be an undercover lingerie model. Randy was amazed by her beauty as he walked up to her and softly made a trace on the tops of her breast with his fingertips. Rosie shivered just a little in response to his touch on her chest. Randy was turned on by her and then said to her, "I had no idea you wear leather and lace under your work clothes. I bet you look very sexy in both fabrics." "Not only am I wearing a black leather and lace bra, I'm also wearing a leather pencil skirt, and underneath it, I'm wearing black lace panties," Rosie replied. Randy then picked up Rosie's body and gently sat her down on the counter. Rosie sighed as she felt his hands slowly and smoothly touch up her thighs, moving up her pencil skirt, and softly kissed her knees and thighs till he saw her black lace panties. Randy softly moved his lips to kiss her neck. He breathed into her neck as he spoke. "I would love to take you out on a dinner date, go back to your place, and have sex with you all night long. Are you free tonight?" Rosie looked into Randy's blue eyes. "Why, yes, I'm available. Would you mind if I try on one of the leather jackets on without my shirt?" Randy asked her. Aroused, Rosie replied, "I would love to see it."
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Rosie watched as Randy slowly took off his shirt. She got turned on by the sight of Randy's ripped chest and abs. She got a look at his tattooed sleeve arms and his back muscles. He slid on one of the Affliction black leather jackets onto his half-naked body and asked her, "How does it look on me?" With an aroused look on her face, Rosie said, "It looks so hot on you." "Thanks. I'll take those jackets I've just tried on," Randy said as he smiled at her, while putting his clothes back on his body. "Great! Let me ring you up," Rosie said happily as she went behind the register and ringed up the 5 jackets. Once he paid for them and Rosie bagged them. "So, what time should I pick you up for our date?" "I get off at 6, so you can pick me up at my place at 8 o'clock, Rosie said as she wrote down her phone number on a small sheet of paper. "Okay, I'll see you tonight. I also can't wait to see what you have on. Especially something very sexy, like your leather and lace bra," Randy said, looking at her. "I'm gonna look real sexy. I'll see you at 8, Rosie said to him as he smiled at her before walking out of the store. Rosie was having a very good day. Not only did she make a huge sale, she also got herself a hot date for tonight. Later that night, Rosie got herself ready for her date with Randy. She even picked out her outfit before taking a shower. On her bed was a black, strapless, leatherette peplum dress, a black lace motorcycle jacket, a pair of purple stiletto heels, and a black lace strapless bra, and matching panties. Once she was all dressed, Rosie sprayed her hair and body with some Forbidden Euphoria by Calvin Klein. Randy, her leather jacket wearing date, arrived on his Harley Davidson motorcycle right on time. He took a look at Rosie from head to toe and was amazed by her. "You look so gorgeous tonight," Randy said to Rosie as he kissed her on the cheek and offered her a helmet. As soon as Rosie properly put on her helmet, she sat behind Randy on his motorcycle and held on tight to him as they got started on their date. They had dinner at a biker bar. They even looked into each other's eyes as they ate their food. Rosie was turned on, not only because of Randy's eyes, but also his mouth. Once they finished with dinner, Randy and Rosie came back to her place. They went inside and sat down on the love seat in the living room. There, they started making out, and Randy had his arms wrapped around her waist. "When I first saw you at the store, it was like I saw an angel with a body built for sin. You're beautiful, like lace, and strong and soft like leather. I almost wanted to do you at the store, but I didn't want you to lose your job."
You're fired!
Randy said to her. "Well, I was turned on when you tried on that leather jacket without wearing a shirt. I was also aroused when you first touched me, though it was kind of sneaky, but a bit sexy too," Rosie replied. "If you don't mind me asking, why do you work at a biker apparel shop?" Randy asked Rosie. "Someday, I would like to have my own leather apparel line, just for women, something that says strong and sexy. I love the pairing of leather and lace together. Another reason I like working at the biker apparel shop is that I find guys who wear leather jackets and ride motorcycles very sexy," Rosie said to him with a seductive look in her eyes. "Even though I may look like a bad boy, I do have a weakness for cute, soft girls with a touch of sexiness." Aww. Randy replied. With that being said, Rosie kissed Randy on the lips. She then got up from their love seat and stood in front of Randy. She slowly unzipped the front of her black lace motorcycle jacket and laid it on the sofa. She then reached around to the back of her peplum dress and slowly unzipped it. Once her dress fell to the floor and pushed it aside, Rosie was in her black lace underwear and her purple heels. She took Randy's leather jacket, seductively slipped it on, zipped it up halfway up to her black lace bra, walked up to Randy, sat on his lap, and deeply kissed his lips. Rosie became aroused when she felt the butter-like softness of Randy's jacket in contrast with the feminine lace of her lingerie. Randy, in return, kissed down her neck as he scooped her up into his arms and carried her to the bedroom. He gently laid her down on his king-size bed and resumed kissing Rosie's lips. As they kissed, Rosie slowly unzipped the jacket, while one of her hands caressed up and down Randy's muscular back under his shirt. Randy then sat up and took off his shirt. Rosie scanned his shirtless body with her eyes as her hands followed suit. "My! What a sexy body you have there, Randy," Rosie said to him as she sat up and kissed his lips. "So do you, Rosie," Randy replied as he smiled at her and slowly slid the jacket off of her body. Rosie sighed and moaned as Randy explored her body with his large hands. Randy then softly kissed her neck as his hands caressed from her thighs up to her hips. His hands found the back of Rosie's black lace bra and unhooked it as he kissed her shoulders. He took his time softly kissing and licking her breast. His hands traveled up and down her legs. He then licked his fingers, slid into her panties, and softly rubbed her woman cave, while kissing her upper back. Rosie moaned as she felt herself become wet between her thighs. Randy slowly took off her panties and took his time as he tasted her woman cave with his lips and tongue. He even kissed her inner thighs. Rosie felt her body quiver with unadorned desire, and she couldn't get enough of Randy. She then laid Randy on his back and gradually took off his jeans and underwear in one smooth movement as she passionately kissed his lips. Once the jeans and underwear came off of Randy, Rosie made him moan with one lick of the sleeping cock between his lips. She orally pleasured him with her warm lips and soft tongue, as Randy, gently, his fingers through her dark brown hair. Rosie even let out a moan, as Randy ran one of his fingers up and down her back. "This feels so good," Randy moaned as he caressed Rosie's silky, dark brown hair. After that, Rosie then kissed Randy's lips, as she softly stroked his cock, where she recently oral pleasured. Randy took out a condom from the nightstand drawer and put it on his hardened viper. "Lay next to me, Rosie," Randy said to her. She lay right next to Randy and then slowly entered her woman cave. Rosie responded with a loud, pleasurable gasp. She moaned and groaned as Randy slid in and out with slow, smooth strokes. He planted soft kisses along Rosie's neck and face, while his hands caressed up and down her body. To make it even more intense, Rosie rubbed her clit with her fingers, rubbing in small circles. Her pussy lips squeezed his cock tight as their bodies rubbed against each other. Rosie's moans and groans were intense and passion-filled. After that, Randy lay on his back, wrapped his arms around Rosie's waist, and entered her pussy once more with the still hardened cock. He ran his hands up and down Rosie's back, while she was on top of him. With his cock still inside of her pussy, Randy sat up and kissed her on both sides of her neck. He took himself out, got a pillow from the bed, and placed it under Rosie's stomach. She lay on her stomach on the pillow as Randy stroked his condom-covered cock. While she stroked, Randy placed long licks and soft kisses from the back of her neck all the way down her spine, causing Rosie to let out a sensuous moan because her back was her weak spot, her erogenous zone. He then kissed and licked her pussy, where his cock once occupied, as he continued to stroke it. With his hands on Rosie's hips, Randy slid his hardened condom-covered cock into her pussy, with slow and deep strokes. They moaned and groaned into a sensual unison as they were reaching climax together. "Oh, I'm coming!" Rosie loudly moaned. "I'm coming with you, baby!" Randy moaned to her as he continued thrusting into her. Sweat dripped from his muscular, fit body. A few drops of his sweat landed on Rosie's lower back and on one of her hips. He let out a loud groan as he took his cock out, removed the condom, and came onto Rosie's back. He laid on top of Rosie as he softly kissed her neck and then on her lips. Randy went to the pillow, got a towel, and rubbed his man milk off her back. Rosie took the pillow and laid her head on it. Randy laid beside her and passionately kissed her lips. He fingered her pussy while their naked, passion-perspired bodies rested on the bed, making Rosie come once again. Once she came, Randy wrapped his arms around Rosie and deeply kissed her lips again. "That was so amazing," Rosie said as she touched Randy's naked body and looked into his blue eyes. "You're amazing too, my biker shop girl. You can ride with me and ride on me anytime you like." Randy replied as he smiled at her. They were perfect for each other. Rosie was beautiful like lace, and Randy was like the strong, smooth, and touchable leather. The end. Thank you for listening to episode 79 of WrestleRotica. We hope that you enjoyed this week's stories. As always, if you enjoyed this week's stories, please be sure to like, review, and subscribe to us on iTunes. Visit us elsewhere online, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, and as always, our official website, WrestleRoticapod.com. Thank you and have a good week.